Guys, are you all seeing what I'm seeing on episode 11 pre-release? Boy, Sua is not here to play. When people say beauty, brains, and confidence, she's got it all. This girl walked in holding all three like a trophy. But let's rewind a bit and walk through how the drama started. Let's talk about that one trailer scene that had everyone convinced Jeyeon was falling for Sang-yoon. Personally, I don't see it. That look she gave him. To me, that was the kind of look you give someone when they're crossing a line, like, why are you getting so close? But apparently, some people found it romantic and said it made their hearts flutter. Honestly, that's one of the funniest takes I've heard for this show so far. No guys, that wasn't a romantic gaze, that was a, back up, you're in my space, type of stare. LOL. Now, fast forward to the pre-release. So, everyone's chilling in the lounge when Jeyeon and Sang-yoon walk in. Jeyeon looks a little flustered when she sees Jimin, but Sang-yoon looks cool as a cucumber and confident as ever. Meanwhile, Jimin's eyeballs were bouncing around like a pinball machine, up, down, left and right. Ha ha ha, okay, I'm exaggerating, but you get the idea. He gave her this tiny little wave, and she shyly waved back saying hi. How cute. But then, boom, it seemed the universe was smiling on Jimin this day, because Sang-yoon made an uncalculated error. He left the room when his contract girlfriend was feeling cold. As Jeyeon was asking for the blanket next to Jimin, my guy Jimin gave her something warmer. He gave her his shirt. OMG. That shirt is so thick, almost like a jacket, it can warm the coldest hearts in seconds. This was the same Jimin that promised himself he wouldn't interfere in Jeyeon's contract relationship, but who can blame him for offering his real future girlfriend his shirt when she needed it? Ha 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 ha. The joy on his face when she took it was priceless. He was so happy he smiled but then immediately tried to hide it. I loved his expression when Jeyeon finally said, "Oh, it's a shirt," and he hid his excitement while answering her that it was his. But now, I'm thinking, okay, there's no way Jeyeon didn't know that was Jimin's clothing, like she's seen him wearing something similar to that not once but twice already, even during their first contract dates. But even after she realized it was his coat, she didn't give it back. She smiled broadly and hugged it tighter. LOL. Did you also catch that too? I'm not mistaken on this one, guys. You all should watch it and judge for yourselves. Then Sang-yoon returned, oblivious to the fact that his woman is nicely tucked in another man's shirt. Ha ha ha. We even get a flashback to Jeyeon asking Jimin if he's really just gonna stand by and let Jeyeon be someone else's girl for 3 days. Jimin looked bothered, but he held on to his promise, not to interfere unless it was absolutely necessary. So, was this scenario of him keeping her warm one of those absolutely necessary moments? Because it sure felt like it. Jimin really said he will be very matured this time and give Jeyeon space to enjoy her contract date with Sang-yoon without interruption. I can't wait to see how that will play out, because it seems our guy won't be sleeping for 2 nights straight. I don't want to read too much into a pre-release, but the tension is tasty. Can you imagine if Sang-yoon had realized she was covered with Jimin's jacket? What if he found out and then tried offering Jeyeon to swap with his shirt instead, while telling her something like, "Mine's warmer"? I would have lost it. That would be an epic moment for sure. Meanwhile, Chonghwan and Sua return from their date. Sua finally meets everyone and tries to guess their jobs. But the second she gets to Woo-jae, he deadpans, "I'm Korean," throwing the entire house into laughter. Chaeyoon was cracking up so bad that I could actually picture her rolling on the floor laughing, if the cameras weren't there. Now here's the juicy part. Sua said she liked Jimin at first sight, but I think she also has her eye on Woo-jae. And Jiwon for some reason, isn't looking too happy in that clip. When Chonghwan entered with Sua, Jiwon's face changed. Now I'm wondering, could it be she was worried about Woo-jae, or does she have lingering feelings for Chonghwan? I can't wait to watch the entire episode to find out. Then we get to one of my favorite moments. After Sua arrived, Jimin began spraying his woody cologne like he was casting a love spell. Then we get another flashback moment with Jeyeon and Jimin talking about perfumes. Jimin says he only ever wears woody cologne. She replies, "I liked the scent you had on." She said she smelt it when walking on the stairs, so we all know that these two have a connection with perfumes, especially Jimin's perfume. So now that Jimin can no longer communicate with Jeyeon or reach her heart by dates, he can only make sure she remembers him with every breath instead, so he sprayed the room like crazy, ha 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 ha. The insane part was how he smelt it while looking at Jeyeon. OMG. Jeyeon looked at him and started smiling. She blinked so hard that I lost it. She was flustered that this guy still had a way to touch her without physically touching her. She's so smart and she understood him immediately. She is the only one that knew what Jimin was trying to do in that room. That cute laugh from Jeyeon made me smile too. She likes Jimin a lot, it's so obvious, even though she tries to hide it. She then nodded after this. Meaning, his message was clearly received by her. Honestly, if I was Jeyeon at that moment, I'd call the director immediately and tell him I've found my better half and I need to go home quick, lol. Just kidding. But I promise you that this pre-release got me very excited. But plot twist, while he was trying to reach Jeyeon's heart, he also accidentally hit Sua's. In her interview, she said she was drawn to Jimin's calm, emotionless face. It felt refreshing to her, and that Jimin was the first person she noticed. But seriously, every girl on this show has been drawn to that stoic look of his, except maybe two. He finally reached Jeyeon's heart not with his looks, but with his heart. He looked cold on the outside, which is what these ladies are attracted to, but soft on the inside, which is what Jeyeon is attracted to. Interestingly, Sua also said Jeyeon left the strongest impression on her. Maybe she sensed something between them. I mean, is a new love square forming? I need Jimin to maybe, just maybe flirt a tiny bit with Sua. I want Jeyeon to feel that jealous panic she had when she saw Ji-won getting close to Woo Jae. Let her squirm a little, ha ha ha. I need the drama, Jimin, please give it to us. Now let's talk about the heartbreak duo, Hanol and Chonghwan. Poor Chonghwan. He looked like he fell head over heels the moment he met Sua. I was rooting for him last week. But based on this new clip, I'm worried she's not even considering our sweet pilot anymore. Maybe he came on a bit too strong. If he'd kept some of that episode 2 energy, cool, composed, mysterious millionaire vibes, maybe she'd still be interested. But hey, fingers crossed, maybe he'll still get a happy ending. Never say never. Then there's Hanol. That scene in episode 10 where she offered to follow Jimin to go help him with the kettle hit me hard. And did you catch Ji-won's face? She looked like she felt bad for Hanol. Honestly, I feel the same. I don't get why Hanol kept chasing Jimin when his feelings were obviously somewhere else. He's not the type to lead people on. When he complimented her sweater and she asked, "Is that all that's pretty?" Ugh. That crushed me. A date between them might have been cute early on, but after that kitchen moment. No thanks. It's just sad now. This experience hasn't been good for Hanol. She's literally the most beautiful girl in the house, and somehow every guy has friend-zoned her, and the one guy who was really into her. She friend-zoned him. I feel like her biggest mistake was not texting Jimin from night 1. If she'd been consistent, maybe she would have shaken something loose in his heart, or at least had enough time to pivot her game. But her overly cautious strategy backfired hard. You can't force love, I get it. And I respect her for walking away from her situation with Chanhyang, but still. She lost a really good guy. Timing was everything, and hers was off with Jimin. Anyway, what did you all think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to know I'm not the only one going crazy over this pre-release. Thanks for watching, please subscribe and like the video.